Good evening. I am making the second video here because I do feel like I could have done better on my wireframes and that I have significantly improved both my design and my understanding after going through some of the critiques. So here is my original design with the drop shadows and things not being centered. I really wasn't using my guides correctly or the layout grids correctly, and so I like to go through the new design. This first advertisement page being the one that I did for the first video, where I redesigned it, centered it, used the logos correctly, added some of the things that we talked about that were missing. But moving forward, some of the feedback that I received was that it wasn't clear what this page was or what it was connected to. I wanted to play around with kind of giving some shadow images in the background, and so I worked hard there. This is the page I'm most proud of. I know in your critique of this page and in subsequent critiques from my classmates, it wasn't clear why this information would be important to a teacher at all. And you had correctly pointed out that I was at a loss for what to put on that page. And so I went back to the drawing board and did a little more research into what a teacher would need to know in this circumstance. And I came up with this page, a more modular design, one that uses my guides correctly, was able to put a logo in there, and give information that makes sense for the class and for the teacher. And so I'm very proud of the change from this first design to the second design. I've also made that change where I've taken off this navigation bar on the sign-ups, on the instructor sign-in and their subsequent pages, because it's not necessary. My feedback here was, again, the big size difference between the two pages, or between the two boxes here, and so I corrected that. I made sure that they were aligned in a way that made more sense, and that it was clear where this other box was coming from and what its usage was. And so this is the calendar page. It lets you know what date here when you need to see the class details. The class details page has changed. I know here originally, obviously, the Dropbox, and I had given a description as if I was trying to sell the class to a student. And so I did more research and figured out that what would be more useful for the teacher is that understanding exactly how to go about the class and what is expected of them, how they manage the time of the class, and also still being allowed to see the class participants. And this is what I came up with for the class details page. Also added a logo so that we knew where we still were. I kept that logo placement consistent and the logo type consistent. On this first page, I changed it because it is the instructor dashboard. And I didn't want to repeat it here because I had already put keep going on the sides. And so that is the redesign of all of my pages for my wireframes.